Hello and welcome to Channel 8 Sports and East Brunswick High School Girls Basketball. I'm Phil Hill, and joining me today as a guest commentator is none other than the head coach of the Bears, Bo Henning. Bo, welcome this afternoon.
Well, thanks, Phil. This should be quite an experience.
It should be quite an experience. I'll tell you, today the Lady Bears play the Edison Eagles, and the Edison Eagles are coming in here with a 4-3 record, fresh off a 50-49 loss to Piscataway. And you can tell us something about those close losses, having experienced the same thing the night before yourself. But they're playing good ball right now. They're a veteran team. They have 6 seniors, and their coach feels they're only going to get better as the season goes on. As for the Lady Bears coming here 7-1. They beat J.P. Stevens the other night, 42-38, and they just beat North Brunswick last night, 75-31. And I tell you, this Reggie Carney team has picked up right off where they left off. Bo, time and time again over the last few years, they've done super well, and this team looks no different. No,
they're getting on another one of those roles, and deservedly so. These girls put in a tremendous amount of time in the off season, and it pays off because not only are they skilled, they're tremendously conditioned too. And I know Reg puts a tremendous emphasis on conditioning, and you'll see that it'll be a factor in the game today, especially since they're playing for the second day in a row.
Well, they sort of, both of you have done pretty much the same thing, gone out early in the season to tough tournaments early on in the season, and you think that's paid off at this stretch?
Well, I know it has for our team. I know once we get back from the Eastern States, we put a strong emphasis on our division games only. We go down there and enjoy the tournament, try and win the tournament, obviously, but that competition can't do anything but help you.
Okay, we're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay, here we are for the start of the second part of a doubleheader. We have the Lady Bears versus the Edison Eagles, and the Lady Bears coming here on a roll. They've only lost one game, and that was by 1 point to St. Peter's of Staten Island in the Immaculate Heart Clash of Champions tournament. And since that time, they've really been rolling, and they've already beaten Piscataway and J.P. Stevens in the red division, so they're going to be tough to contend with. And here we go.
Yeah, I think they're firmly in control of the red division right now. It's theirs to win or lose. Without a real bad stumble, I think they're going to be division champs. Okay,
the Bears are in control of it, and there's a travel off the back there. And the regular starters for the Bear, you have Colleen King, Courtney Bloor, Katie Whalen, Christine Breen, and Amy Hansen. Okay.
Bears are in a real early half-court trap here.
Okay, and for the Edison Eagles, you have Amanda Wachowski, Erin Quaglia, Amanda Collins, Carrie Yemchimowitz, and Bridget Keenan. Okay, the Bears once again putting the pressure on, and known for that
10-second violation.
10 seconds, and that's the nature of a Reggie Carney team, Bo. They put so much pressure on you. They force you in a lot of turnovers. That's where they get a lot of their offensive baskets.
Yep, their defense generates their offense. It's a great way to play.
Okay,
nice backdoor
great
play.
Pass, I'll tell you. And Katie Whalen puts it up lefty. Just the backdoor play and hitting the open person there. Once again, the Bears with the pressure.
Foul was on Amy Hansen.
Okay, and Amanda Wachowski driving to the basket there, and Wachowski, number 10 there, is the leading scorer for this Bear team. She's a 3-year starter, and she's the one that makes this Eagle team go. Erin Quiglia taking it out of bounds. Quiglia down to Wachowski. Wachowski tried to throw it down, stolen by Courtney Bloor. Bloor bringing it down court. Bloor looking, and she traveled. Very strange, very early on, and we've had 3 travels this far, Bo.
Yeah. Well, it's good to see the Bears pushing the ball. You know, you're going to make mistakes when you run a transition game, and as a coach, sometimes you really have to bite your lip. You know, you don't want to get too upset because then the kids become tentative. But over the long haul, the transition game really pays dividends, and you get enough easy baskets off of it. And as long as the kids aren't making stupid turnovers consistently, you know, you can certainly live with a few turnovers.
Okay, and an early timeout by the Eagles. Let's listen to Reggie what we can catch.
Okay, they're in man-to-man, right? Just keep calling something and then going with it. Right, come on.
Going out on the
Yep,
wing,
yep, good job. Just now, on that trap, get his foot on the sideline. Okay, now we're pressing him this time. All right, ready? Defense, 1, 2, 3, defense.
Okay, we didn't catch that much of Reggie this time, but as a peer, as a colleague and whatnot, you got to be impressed with the what Reggie Carney has done here, Bob.
Oh, he's a super coach. He's a real good guy to work with too. We've exchanged a lot of ideas.
Okay, Wachowski throwing it away. And again, the Bears didn't even get set up to put the pressure on. I think it's the thought of the pressure coming that really may have the Eagles rattled a little bit. They know that pressure's going to come.
Yep.
Okay, Colleen King bringing it up. King over to Hanson. Hanson underneath the King, and King puts it down. Okay, rebound by Hanson. And Whalen with a nice drive can't get it to go down. Wachowski bringing it back down court for the Eagles. Wachowski looking, driving, bringing it out.
Good hands, Colleen King.
Colleen King. Okay, and a jump ball, and that's forced by Colleen King. And you're right, Bo. Colleen last year had a total of 127 steals, 127 steals, and she's picked right up this year.
And not surprising, she's got a very good understanding of the game.
Okay. Put up by Collins, Novell. Christine Breen puts it up, and a little strong. Back out to King. King to Hanson. Hanson off. And there's...
Fouls on number 51.
Okay.
I believe that's Carrie Yakimovich.
Okay. And that's Carrie's first foul. Whalen puts it up. And the Bears maintain control of it. Courtney Bloor from the outside won't go. Ooh, and they're tied up. You got Christine Breen and Amanda Collins there. And the Bears will maintain control of the ball. Good hustle by Breen on Breen's part. Out front to Breen, back down to King. King tried to pass it in. Went off in Eagles' leg, and will be back out on the side for the Bears.
I think it's evident here early that Edison's not used to this kind of intensity, this kind of pressure. They're struggling even to run their offense.
Okay, the Bears went to the well once too often trying that same play to score an easy basket. This time, just threw it away. Wachowski driving. King reaching in with another steal. Wachowski ties her up, jump ball, and it will be the Eagles' ball this time. And Bo, do you teach defense or what? I mean, you know about offense.
Yeah, you can definitely teach defense. Thing is, it's a lot of hard work, and you have to have kids very committed to the hard work.
Okay, pressure by the Bears. Wachowski driving, puts it in, and once again, they're tied up. Bridget Keenan tied up, and I think they called a foul.
Yeah, they did. Bears are in a man-to-man now.
Okay, and that foul is on Christine Breen.
Colleen with the block.
And it's the Bears' ball, and the Bears just can make life miserable for you with the hands everywhere.
Yeah,
if they're not a block, they're tying you up. If they're not tying you up, they're stealing the ball.
It's very tough to run your offense against 5 aggressive kids like that.
Hey, King bringing it up over to Breen. Breen over to King. Hanson goes in and out. King won't go, and there seems to be a lid on the basket right now. King comes back up with the rebound. Driving towards the basket. Looking. Whalen back out to King. A three-pointer. Yes! Colleen King.
Nice penetration and created an open shot by Katie Whalen. Steal Whalen.
And Whalen puts down, trying to draw the foul as she put it up, Bo.
Yeah, Katie's probably one of the few I know who has a better left hand than a right hand when she's a natural righty.
Okay, pressure, half court pressure by the Bears, man to man. And Courtney Bloor comes down with the rebound. Courtney Bloor coming off a 10 rebound game last night. Tip to get it down, Christine Breen gets it back out the Whalen. Whalen puts it up, no good. Number 42, Erin Quaglia comes down with it for the Lady Eagles. And here it is, 9-0. We're pitching a shutout right now. Okay, Wachowski, and she's off. There's a drive there, number 51, and that is Carrie Chimovitz. Katie Whelan driving, going around, putting it up and down. Katie Whelan has 6 points, coming off a career night last night where she scored 22 points. With the steal there by Katie Whelan, passes it off to Colleen King.
Nice unselfish play there by Katie.
And a lot of times teams that are unselfish, they get to be too unselfish. I think Katie could have taken it up herself there, saw Colleen cutting in the lane there, and passed it to her.
Yeah, I think it was the right pass to make.
Okay. Okay, and as you look at Colleen King going to the line here, she misses that first one, and we've talked a lot about Colleen. Colleen already committed to Marist, and got to feel good for the young lady. And she puts that one down. 6 points for Colleen. Amanda Wachowski driving, puts it up. A little too strong. Colleen King with the rebound. Gets it down to Bloor. Bloor puts it up left hand and down. I'll tell you, Courtney Bloor for a big lady running the court very well.
What a weapon that is.
And I'll tell you, the Eagles are totally frustrated at this point. Bruce Paragallo, I tell you, it's looking for something to see if he can get it going. And we have a substitute, Breen coming out. And Jill Kinney coming in, just a freshman. Colleen King drives, a little too strong. And Jill Kinney getting a baptism of fire. She's getting knocked all over the place. Over to Jill Kinney, she gets it. I'll tell you, this is a rough beginning for Jill Kinney here. Just a freshman, but she's in on the action there. And her eyes got to be like saucers right now, like what's going on?
The speed of play, you come in, you better be ready.
Got to be ready.
Jill's going to be an excellent player. I've seen her a couple times in practice. She's, for a freshman, very polished.
And we see the official at the score table here. Not quite sure what's going on. I think they are having a substitution right now. And Rita Gage comes out. Rita Gage hasn't played a whole lot this year because she's been quite ill for much of the year.
Another traveling violation. Bears have caused a handful of turnovers here in the first quarter.
And that's the nature of their team, that pressure defense.
Get it in. Good.
Okay, King to Bloor. Bloor will put it up a little too strong. Okay, Erin Quaglia rebounds, brings it down. Quaglia looking for help. Gets it over to Collins. Collins dribbling. Collins goes in, puts it up, and puts it down. Amanda Collins with 2. 14-4. King over the Breen. Breen out to Bloor, and thought King was going to move one way, and she went the other. And we have a substitution here. We have Katie Whelan coming back in, and we have Kristen Breen coming back in. Number Okay, I'm trying to find out who number 15 is for the Bears.
Nikki McBride is number 15.
Okay. Sorry, Nikki. Okay, Katie Wellen bringing it up. 14-4, 1:44 left in the first quarter. Down to Breen. Breen puts it up. And it falls.
Nice touch by Kristen.
And a nice steal. Amy Hansen. Breen with a three-pointer. No good. Hansen gets it, slaps it, saves it. Coming down court. Collins.
It's good hustle play by Amy
You gotta
Hansen.
like it. You gotta like it. And if you're a coach, you take that. You take a play like that when someone's hustling like that.
Any day. She was a good 15 feet behind her when the play started. Nice hustle by Amy.
And you have Amanda Collins, the junior. She had 12 points last night against Piscataway. And in and out. And Courtney Bloor back in for Letitia Papania. Papania, thank you.
I butchered it in class one day. That's how I know.
Okay.
It's a steady stream of substitutions by the Bears.
And I think having played last night,
yeah, that's a very good move.
Tired legs, they want to keep the legs as fresh as possible.
Nice move.
Nikki
McBride, nice move. Bears are back in their trap again. They're doing a really nice job of changing up defensively. They've shown the...
They have the Eagles totally befuddled. Good pass again.
Yes, they do. As soon as the Eagles start getting comfortable with one thing, the Bears are in another defense.
Quaglia comes down with the rebound. Out to Wachowski, back to Wachowski. And Chimovitz. Quaglia over to Chimovitz. Touched by Katie Whalen, so the Eagles will maintain control. We got 22 seconds left in the quarter here. And the Bears are up 18-5. Ooh, I'll tell you. And Courtney Bloor reaching in and called for the foul, and Carrie Yachimovitz, the senior forward, will go to the line to shoot two.
Marie Anderson for Nikki McBride.
Okay. And Reggie's doing an awful lot of substituting this first quarter. And Chimovitz puts it up and down. It's her third point. And way off. Breen coming down with the rebound. Okay, 12 seconds left.
Kristen, too close. You've got to get more space.
12 seconds left. The Bears will try to get this off. Over to Bloor. Bloor dribbles, Breen shoots. Okay, 4 seconds left, and the Eagles will take over. And the Bears putting a little full court pressure on them. Wachowski with the ball, and a reach in there. And I think it's Colleen King.
No, Nari Anderson got
Nari
that
Anderson,
foul.
okay, number 31 with the reach and foul there. 1 second left. The Eagles will try to get this off very quickly. Okay, Wachowski got it off, did not touch metal. So at the end of the first quarter, we have it 18-6, and the Bears are squarely in control right here, Bo. And let's hear what Reggie has to say.
All right, right back to Fist again, okay? Offensively, just keep the ball moving, right? Don't get stagnant during man-to-man, right? Let's try triangle curl. Right now, remember on that, right, Amy, you're back out there right now. Yes, when you get that screen, to go over, you just continue right to the corner. Then we have the double screen down, we have the curl around, okay? On your pass into the post, what I'm trying to say to you is, look, you're here, Courtney's here. You've got to get outside there when you come down on that fast break. You're just too close to each other. It can't happen. Come on, you got to correct that. Let's go. Hustle. 1, 2, 3. Hustle. Come on.
Okay, Bo. What does Reggie say?
He's just giving them their offensive sets. And the last thing he was covering, Kristen Breen, the last time down on the break, was trying to feed the post, but she was about 6 or 8 feet away from Courtney, and it's just too congested in there. By getting her out to the three-point line and using good spacing, it'll open up their inside-out game. They like to do a lot of feeding the post. If the player that's guarding the outside person goes in to help on the post, they kick it back out for a three, and you really can't play that two-player game unless you have good spacing.
Okay, here we are for the second quarter, and the Eagles have the ball. Wachowski driving, throws it back over to Quaglia. Quaglia slaps it and slaps it to Whalen. Whalen driving down the court. Whalen puts it over to Bloor, and Bloor puts it up, down for 2.
Great pass by Katie. Katie can do it all.
She can do it all. It's a very mature player, and mature and unselfish as is most of this team. Chimowitz out to Wachowski, three-pointer, and she's off. Rebound by Whalen. Whalen stops and pops and hits. Katie Whalen with 8 points thus far. Again, pressure, and it's stolen again. Courtney Bloor coming up with the steal. Quaglia comes back up with it. Over to Wachowski. Wachowski to Chimowitz. Chimowitz using that body there to push off, and she's surrounded, somehow gets out of it still. Back out to Lauren Jacobson. Jacobson over to Wachowski. Wachowski puts it up. Does not hit iron. Once again, Katie Whalen with the rebound. Down to Breen. Breen over to Bloor, and Bloor puts it down just like clockwork. They make it look too easy, Bo.
Yeah, you can see fatigue setting in on the Edison side, too.
And Bruce Paragallo calls timeout once again. And 24-6, and the Bears are squarely in control.
Yeah, you can see they're still getting out on their break. Sometimes with your fast break, the other team can stop it for a few series. You know, they get back, have defensive balance. But if you keep pushing the ball, eventually you wear the other team down. Somebody doesn't get back as quickly, and next thing you know, you have one-player advantage. That time, the Bears had a three-player advantage because conditioning, again, is paying dividends for the Lady Bears.
If you're Bruce Paragallo, what are you saying to your team?
That's a good question. I think they have to get the ball. They have to be able to break the front of the press. The front of the press is what's giving them the most problem. It's 3-on-2 out front. If you can just get the ball to the middle against the press, you should have an advantage of being able to get the ball inside, get some easy opportunities. But that's a lot easier said than done when you have 3 scholarship players out on the point of this press.
I hear you. Okay, here we go. 6:30 left in the second quarter. And again, it's just it's just the thought of the pressure that's going to come a lot of time that seems to give the Edison Eagles the shakes there.
I'm looking at where they have players. They have players in the right position. It's just the Bears' pressure is so great they can't make the correct pass.
Oh, and Breen puts it up and doesn't go. Bloor comes down with it, and there's a reach-in. Reaching by Yimtimovitz. Carrying Yimtimovitz, grabbing on the arm. And just the third team foul. We'll have it out inside. And Courtney is fouled. Courtney took that step there. Hard to get that out of young players when you're right there. Why not just put it right up?
Well, I think Courtney uses her ball fake pretty well, which is what she was trying to do there. She may have had the open shot, but she was looking for a little bit easier opportunity. She's a tough matchup. You're talking about someone who's probably bigger than most kids she plays against. She can run the floor. She's pretty quick. She jumps well. She's a pretty tough matchup for any girl in the county.
And she makes that. She's coming off a 14-point, 10-rebound game last night. Okay, and Whalen throws it away.
That's one of those turnovers when you're a transition team. That's going to happen, but you can't. Yeah, you just you can't get crazy. You can't carry it with you to the defensive end. Just forget it and get back to what you're doing well. See, this is when the Eagles get the ball that far, they got to have someone in the middle who can attack. Right now they have a player, the young lady number 52. She's getting the ball in a good position, but not being able to do anything.
Thought there was a foul there, no call. Danielle Lawton driving to the basket, was not able to get the call, however. And if you're Bruce Paragello, you want anything you can get at this juncture.
Yep.
He's rather cool, though. Okay, Breen with the ball down to King, and just beautiful work, I tell you.
Nice back screen.
Wachowski's tied up, double team, looking for help. Throws it out to Lawton. Lawton tries to get it down. And Amy Hansen comes up with it. Colleen King in control right now. 4:50 left in the second quarter. Whalen driving, tied up, and they're going to get Wachowski for the reach-in. Okay, it's 15th foul, so it'll be taken out on the side. Christine Breen, yes. And Christine Breen, the heir apparent to Kara Motosesky, the all-time leader for East Brunswick basketball, and Kara's going to be with us for the second half here. And the official says, no, 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 Colleen.
I think he was responding. He got some help from the people in the stands there on that backcourt call. He either didn't appreciate the help or was acknowledging that he was going to make the call.
Okay, 30-6. 4:25 left in the second quarter. King puts it up and down. And Colleen King has really come on as a shooter. We know she's had good defense and could handle the ball well, but this year she's had to score more, and she has. She's had a game of 15 points, 16 points, and
well, that's what seniors are supposed to do for you. They're supposed to step up their senior year, do what the team needs.
Stay wide.
okay, Wachowski coming up with the ball. Wachowski passes off, and
Pace right now isn't very good for Edison. They're not comfortable playing at this pace.
And Letitia is coming back in.
Papania. With the graduation of Courtney Blorp, Letitia becomes a very important player for the Lady Bears next year.
Whalen looking, Whalen driving, passing off the
Kick out.
King. A little too short.
You can see a couple of the Edison girls holding on to their shorts, holding on their sides. The conditioning is definitely a factor here in the favor of the Lady Bears.
Yeah. Lady Bears are much like the Boy Bears, well-conditioned team. We've seen that, and you can't over talk about conditioning and whatnot. It really does. They say fatigue makes cowards of us all.
Yep.
And so if you're well-conditioned team, man, that is
Nikki McBride with a three.
Nikki McBride, who's changed numbers on us. With a three-pointer there. Edison trying to get anything to happen right now. Okay, the Eagles will maintain control, but they got to be terribly frustrated. 35-6, and this is a senior-laden team, this Eagle team here. They've had some injuries themselves, but a lot of seniors here, and there was great hope for this year, and somehow it just has not panned out for them. Yet, as I said, they came off a great game last night with a one-point loss to Piscataway.
I think that the conditioning we talked about is really evident when you have to play 2 games in a row.
I see.
I just think they have no legs whatsoever, and when your legs get tired, you can't concentrate. And I think they're facing that right now. The Lady Bears beating them to every ball.
And another steal by Colleen King. She makes it look so easy. 2:14 left in the quarter. Breen to Bloor. Bloor looking back out to Breen.
Keep moving.
Back down to Bloor. Bloor hook shot, and it goes in. That's a lefty hook, by the way.
Yes, that was.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
She is one tough matchup.
1:45 left in the second quarter. And another steal. Nikki McBride back to Breen. Breen puts it up, and it goes down.
Nice unselfish play by Nikki McBride. Lady Bears are clicking on all cylinders here,
All
Phil.
cylinders.
Nice block by Colleen. Here they come again. The center running the break.
That's
nice
amazing.
feed. Nice feed.
That's amazing. You make a good point there. That's Courtney Bloor, your center, dribbling down the right side of the court and passing off for a feed. And Letitia Papania made that too. I'm getting better.
It's another steal.
steal.
And a good kick ahead.
Ooh, Nikki a little too far under. Bears maintain control of the ball. 56 seconds left in this quarter. 41-6. And I'll tell you, Bo, you look at the score here, and when girls basketball first started, that's the type of scores they used to have.
As a final score, you mean?
As the final score, teams
Right.
would blow away other teams. That doesn't happen so much now, and very surprising this score here. But I think the point you make about the legs may be it.
Plus, Coach Carney's used a lot of players. They're going 2 and 3 minute stretches at a time and coming in with fresh legs.
Green to McBride. Bagley with it. And Collins is hammered.
Fouls on Letitia Papania.
34. 2 shots.
And Amanda Collins, I tell you, I said this last year, it's very strange to have 2 girls on your team with the name of Amanda. Last year they had 2 Amandas and 2 Aarons, which is quite unusual. Judy's, yes. Susan's, yes. Amanda Collins puts down the first one. This is the second.
Nikki, come to the ball. Nikki, come to the basketball.
Okay, 28 seconds left in the half.
Looking at a good portion of the East Brunswick future out there on the floor, and Jill Kenny, Letitia Papania, Nikki McBride. They'll all be integral parts of the team next year.
And that's put up by McBride, won't go down. 15 seconds. And we lost the ball.
If I'm Bruce Paragallo, I'm hoping they don't find that.
Okay, here we go. Nice drive. I tell you, Amanda Collins with a nice strong drive. They're one of the positive things for the Eagles tonight. And at the half, we have it 41-9. Lady Bears in complete control, Bo.
Absolutely. I would like to experience one of these soon. I'd like to be in this situation sometime.
Well, you know, in the red division, as tough as it is, I don't think you're going to see anything quite like this.
Yeah, no.
But again, the Lady Bears in complete control. Bo Henning, like to thank you for being our first half commentator. We're going to have Kara Motosesky pick up for the second half. Again, congratulations on a fine win today. And I think I mean this, I think you're just doing a super job. I believe the East Brunswick Bears are in the elite of the red division. And if they're in the elite of the red division, they're going to be tough in the States as well.
I hope you're right, Phil. I can't say enough about the group of kids we have. Every day at practice, numbers 1 through 12 just work their tail off. I've heard you mention on a couple of the telecasts how I said it's a pleasure to go to practice, and it's the truth. It is a great group of young men. Our senior classes, the kids who are seniors on the team are also excellent students to a man, and they've shown great leadership qualities. One thing I'd like to mention, one of our players, Justin Harper, just got admitted to the U.S. Coast Guard Academy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, it's a great thing for
That
him,
is
and
an
it's
honor.
truly deserved too.
That is quite an honor, and I tell you, you got to feel proud.
Yep.
Well, again, Bo, thanks for your assistance during this first half. For Bo Henning, I'm Phil Hill. The halftime score is 41-9, and we'll be back for the second half. Okay, welcome back to the second half of the East Brunswick Edison Eagle game, and the East Brunswick Bears lead by 41-9. But my pleasure to have joining us for the second half is Kara Motosesky. And Kara Motosesky, as we all know, is the all-time leading basketball scorer for East Brunswick High School. That includes both boys and girls. And Kara, welcome to Channel 8.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Okay, first of all, I want to ask you how things at Villanova. And did I hear something about you may not be at Villanova too long?
No, this semester actually I'm transferring to Rutgers, and I'm going to try and play there. See how it goes.
That's just great. Have you talked to the people at Rutgers? Or?
Yeah, I've talked to them. Currently, I'm talking to the coach right now, and I'm going to see if I get to practice with them. Not actually play with them in the games, but just practice them, see where I stand, and so they could see how I do.
That's just great. I think it's a good move then. Of course, Rutgers has someone else that's not playing for him this year that's sitting out.
Kristen Smoji.
Kristen Smoji.
Yeah, she's sitting out this year.
That would be a great team. That would be a great story also if you two could hook up for Rutgers.
Yeah, the team's very young, so we'll see what happens with me. But I definitely think I could contribute to the team. But we'll see what happens, I don't know.
Okay, you miss basketball very much?
Yeah, I miss it a lot. I love to play basketball. I loved high school basketball. But that's why I'm going to try and play in college and see how it goes.
Okay, great. What do you think about your team here, the Lady Bears here? I mean, I'm sure you thought once you left that they couldn't live without you.
No, I knew they would do well. There's a lot of really good players on the team. They're playing really well as usual. They're always playing great day. But you got to hands up to them because they're doing real great, I think. I think they're playing real well. Like the 3 scholarship players especially are being real leaders on the team. They're stepping up big time this year. Katie Whalen, Colleen King, Courtney Bloor, they're all doing excellent. And they've been playing with each other for so long that it's just like clockwork when they play together now.
Reggie Carney, I mean, he was your coach and whatnot. I say a lot of things. Of course, we're on the outside when we're talking about him. What can you tell us about him quickly?
He's very determined. He's a good coach. He wants you to do well. He could talk to the kids. He could really relate. You could really relate to him. And he's he wants you to be in shape. He knows how to sub. He knows when you're tired. He's a good guy. He's a good coach.
Okay, and I think you mentioned one last thing there. He knows when to sub, and I think that may have been the difference. Not in the difference. It's clearly the Bears are a better team, but I don't think the Eagles are as bad as they look. They both played last night. Both had to have tired legs. Reggie, we saw early on in the first quarter putting some substitutes, quite frankly, some names we hadn't even seen, I didn't even know, putting them in early on. And I think that made the difference. Fresh legs can make a big difference.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, here we are for the second half, and Amanda Wachowski takes control of the ball there. Out to Quaglia. Quickly down to Yanchimowicz. Yanchimowicz, a strong move, and puts it up and puts it down. Carry Yanchimowicz for 2. Opening up the second half for the Eagles here. Well in over to King. King on the line, shoots 2. It'll only be 2. And Colleen's 13th point of the night. And Colleen has become a scorer all of a sudden.
Yeah, she's a very good shooter. She's really stepping up this year.
Okay.
Hitting the big shots.
Wachowski moves it down in to Keenan. Keenan loses control of it. Quiglia back to Keenan. It is stolen. Whalen comes away with it. Amy Hansen over to King. Stolen by Wachowski. Amanda Collins up with the ball. Okay, Erin Quaglia trying to slow things down. Karyan Chimovitz drives, puts it up. And she's called for the offensive foul. And you got to give Amy Hansen some credit for taking that offensive foul there.
Definitely.
Karyan Chimovitz is no small person, and Amy stood right in there.
Amy's a tough player. She's good.
Okay.
She's a tough player.
Here we go. Colleen King bringing it down. Oh, great. I'll tell you, how many times have they done that today, that back door there?
Yep.
And Edison hasn't been able to pick up on it. Courtney Bloor with her 12th point of the night. Put up short. Breen with the rebound. Over to King. Okay, King bringing it out front, trying to settle things down. Over to Whalen. Whalen into Breen, back out to Whalen. Over to Hansen. Back to King, under to Breen. Breen with the pump fake, puts it up, doesn't go down. And is called for the foul. Christine Breen called for the foul. And that's her 4th. No, I'm sorry, that's her 2nd. Back over to Amanda Wachowski. Wachowski driving, dribbling, reaching by Whalen. Wachowski's.
She must be frustrated.
And she's got to be pretty frustrated.
Yes.
You're right on there. I mean, hands everywhere. Good look away pass. Katie Whalen coming down, a little globetrottership, looking one way, passing the other way, and Colleen King put it down.
Katie likes that look away pass. She's good at it.
I'll tell you, she's become really the complete player. Mariam Chimovitz, once again, dipping the shoulder, going down and putting it in.
She's pretty tough, that player.
She's pretty tough, and Amy Hansen backed up a little bit this time.
She probably got an elbow to the gut last time.
There you go, Breen puts it up, a little short. Erin Quaglia with the ball.
Block out there, come on.
Wachowski looking for help. Collins shooting, missing. Whalen coming down with the ball. Whalen driving, looking, passing off to Bloor. Bloor, one dribble, puts it up, and is fouled. Okay, 43. That's Bridget Keenan on the foul. And Courtney Bloor going to the line. And Courtney Bloor, as I said, with the big game last night, 14 points and 10 rebounds.
She's good under those boards.
And
She's dominating.
in the tough games, too. 16 points against St. Peter's of Staten Island. Okay. 48-13. Wachowski. And Wachowski is really frustrated. She is their leading player and their leading scorer, but she hasn't been able to do much of anything today. Whalen from 3. Yes.
Katie became much more confident shooting this year. She's doing really well.
Well, I think with the absence of yourself and Jan Prizzup, they knew they had to pick up the scoring. Both Katie and Colleen knew they had to get in the act scoring more.
Right.
And you're right, they've done just that. And there's a steal by Wachowski. She should pass it off. She does. And it is put up nicely. One of the nice plays there. Wachowski to Collins. Collins putting it down for 2.
Collins is doing pretty well this game. She's got nice drives, a couple of nice drives.
Very nice drives, yes. These Edison Eagle basketball players are athletes. I mean, as Bloor misses, and there's a foul again. And I think that's 43 again. I think it's Keenan again. It is Keenan again. What I'm saying is that a lot of these Eagles I know they play on the softball team, and there's state championship softball.
Yeah, Edison's known for softball.
They play a lot of different sports, so I think this is a team that may be better as the year goes on. They may just get better at things. I don't know for sure.
Yes.
I remember you guys played them. When I say you guys, last year you played them in the first round of the Group 4 championship, wasn't it? You had a bye, and then you played Edison.
Yeah, I believe so.
At Spotswood, I believe. Okay. And I believe that went down. Okay, Quaglia over to Wachowski. Wachowski puts it up, doesn't go. Bloor down with the rebound. Bloor to McBride. McBride to Breen. Breen to Whalen. Whalen to King. King looking, doesn't shoot. Looks again, puts it up, doesn't go. Bloor with the rebound, puts it up, no foul. Comes out, Collins with the ball, maintains control. Over to Quaglia. Okay, Wachowski trying to set control. Collins. Fake. I believe that's a shot. And in travel. And we see Bloor, King, and Breen coming out. We see Anderson, Kenny. And
Letitia Papania
coming in. Okay, the Eagles maintain control. Okay, Quaglia takes it out of bounds over to Wachowski. Wachowski looking out to Collins. Collins to Wachowski. Moving outside on the perimeter there, trying to find an opening. Collins to Gage. Gage back out to Quaglia. And just tough defense by the Bears. And I'll tell you, when it rains, it pours. Collins wasn't looking. Quaglia threw the pass, bounced right off her, put out of bounds, and Collins has a little smirk on her face, like that's sort of embarrassing. And there's a steal there by Wachowski. And she drives to the basket, and she's fouled. She's fouled by Liz Cannon. And Wachowski's holding her head. I think she has more of a headache from how this game is going than from the hit she got from Liz Cannon.
That was a nice steal by Wachowski. She's quick.
She is very quick, and like I said, she is their leading scorer. She's a 3-year starter for this team, and with this senior laden team, I'm sure had hoped that they'd be much better off. Right now, they're 4-3, and
nothing's going in the hoop for her.
Nothing's happening for her. You're right.
I can relate to that.
Okay, Jill Kinney looks into Nairi Anderson. Anderson passes it back out. It's stolen. Coming down to Collins on another drive here. And you're right, she has been consistent on those drives.
She's got a nice right-hand drive.
Jill Kinney in control. Pissing out to Cannon. Okay, Nikki McBride puts it up, and Cannon showing a strong rebound there. She loses it, however. Back out to Wachowski, coming down court, looking. Wachowski puts it up, it won't go. Okay. We have Kelly Kuntz coming in for the Bear and Rita Gage coming out. We have Giovanni Oriole, a freshman, coming in for the Bears. And a very young team on the court right now.
This is the future Bears right here.
Okay. And a nice shot there. That's Jill Kinney putting one down. 55-17, 40 seconds left in the third quarter. And just a nightmare of a day for the Eagles.
Defense seems too much for them to handle.
And I think it's a lot of it's defense, a lot of it's what they think, what they anticipate. They think they're going to be hassled in that. I think it
they're
unnerves
hesitant.
them. Right. Anderson back out to McBride. Back down to Anderson. Anderson turns, puts it up, slap, no foul. And I'll tell you, Nairi Anderson, you got to like her hustle there, going after the ball. Ten seconds left in this quarter. Backcourt. You think maybe if you were official, you'd let it go? You would.
I know. They're just doing everything wrong today.
I'll tell you. Nikki McBride puts it up and no go. So at the end of 3 quarters here at East Brunswick High School, it's 55-17. I'm Phil Hill. with Kara Motosesky. And Kara, we're going to listen in to Reggie Carney, and then I want you to tell me what he's saying. I never know what he's saying.
Okay.
Let's have you guys go for about a minute and a half. If they're in man, let's just call 1, 2, 3 plays, execute them, okay? Play man-to-man defense. All right, don't pick up here, just pick up at the top. We're still playing it. You guys just catch your breath and you're going to finish out. Great job today. Come on, keep going. Come on, gang. Hustle. 1, 2, 3. Hustle. Report in, everybody.
Okay.
Mr. Carney's saying that he's going to have the starters play for a minute and a half as good as they can. Soft man. He wants them to work the ball, practice their plays right now. He doesn't want them to really run the ball and keep scoring it on them. He just wants them to play hard for a minute and a half and just work the ball around and get an easy shot. Okay.
I guess the point with the starters doing that at this juncture is to keep them sharp. He doesn't want them to rust, so to speak.
Yes.
I mean, it's a full game. When you play tougher teams, you're going to have to play 4 quarters. He wants them to be able to go, even though they did play a game last night.
Mm-hmm.
Am I correct?
Yes, you're
okay.
right.
All right. 55-17, 8 minutes left in this game. Okay. Breen into Whalen. Back to Breen. 3-pointer. Up, no good. Rebound by Keenan. Keenan down to Collins. Back to Quaglia. Over to Keenan. She puts it up, no go. King down to Whalen. Whalen looking. Tried to pass it off the floor. Knocked out by Edison.
Nice look away again by Whalen.
She likes that.
Mm-hmm.
And the Bears will maintain control. Breen. Won't go. Hanson with the rebound. Whalen, pump fake. Oh, wow, wow.
Pretty pass by Whalen.
Just a beautiful pass, I tell you. And Colleen too far under. Collins has control of the ball out to Keenan. Keenan looking back to Collins. Collins drives. No foul. Stripped of the ball. Breen throws it down court. Off Amanda Wachowski's hands, and the Bears will maintain control. And I believe Reggie Carney has called for a timeout. And I think he's going to substitute here, I believe. Maybe not. Let's listen to Reggie again.
Okay. Kristen, you pop out to here. Here comes the ball. Courtney screens for Amy. Here comes Amy. Katie does a dip and goes out. There goes the ball to Amy. Colleen comes from out of bounds and back screens for Courtney. Okay? Right? So again, all right? Here's Colleen. That's there. This is here. All right, so she pops, we pass. She screens above the foul line. She gets it. We reverse it to Katie. We back screen out. All right, come on, let's go. Come on.
Let's go.
All right, score. 1, 2, 3, score. Come on.
Okay, Carol, what can we expect?
Well, Mr. Carney wants him to run the plays. He obviously wants him to do a new inbounds play and to get somebody open for a back screen for a layup. That's probably why I took the timeout to take that play, just to see if they could do that play.
Okay. Okay, Handsome to Whalen, 3-pointer, and she's off. And rebound by Gage. Gage brings it up court. Rita Gage over to Wachowski. Back out to Gage. Gage looking. Keenan looking. Collins back to Wachowski. Back to Gage. Out to Collins. Keenan. And they lose it. Whalen to floor. And slapped out of bounds by Rita Ray Gage. Good hustle by Gage.
Break this. Watch behind, Rita. Again.
Okay. King calling out a play. Driving to the left. And it's stolen by Wachowski.
Here comes the subs.
Okay. And even at this juncture, Edison having a tough time getting through, looking for something here. Chowski out front. Back to Keenan. Collins. Gage. And extending the pressure. The Bears. And as you pointed out, Kara, Reggie substituting all his players, and the starters coming out getting a well-deserved hand. And now we have in there Jill Kenny, Nairi Anderson, Liz Cannon, Nikki McBride.
Gio Oriole.
And who's the last one?
Gio Oriole.
Oh, okay, right. Giovanni Oriole. 5:07 left in this fourth quarter here, 55-17. The Bears in total control.
Yo, where you belong.
One freshman to another. Jill Kinney passes to Gio Oriole. Stolen by Wachowski, and here she comes. She's got to take it. And she does.
Is that her first basket
I
of the
believe
day?
that's her first basket. Incredible. And as I said, she is the leading scorer for the Eagles, averaging about 15 points per game. Nikki McBride. Her 5th point of the night. Okay, back out to Collins. Collins over to Wachowski. And a jump ball. Good hand by Liz Cannon. And Liz Cannon is Timmy Cannon's sister?
Yes, she is.
Okay, cleared that up. And a good time for the subs to gather some good experience. And I see we have the camera on Bruce Paragello. And Bruce has been around for some time. His Eagles not doing it right now. He had a lot of injuries during the year. Rita Gage, one of the people that was supposed to be a starter, was ill much of the year. Amanda Collins had a hamstring pull early on in the year. A lot of injuries in the year. But this is a senior-laden team, and he felt that this would be the year. As I said, they did play the Bears in the first round of the states, I guess. Last year, they got blown out in Spotswood. Actually, they played pretty tough. So you figured they would come back better this year with something, but it just hasn't quite turned out that way. Collins, yes.
She's got a nice shot.
And has been the bright spot for this team. 12 points for Collins. Nairi Anderson putting it up short.
Looked like she got fouled.
Okay, Cannon a little strong there.
22, 22, 22, 22.
And Letitia Papania comes in for Liz Cannon. Right, Giovanni, short. Oh. Okay, smart move by, either way, she could have had the ball. Okay, we have a player, Kelly Kuntz, I believe, was bumped in the eye here. And the officials telling her she must come out of the game. Erin Quaggy in for Kuntz. Kuntz is about to go back in the game, however. Okay, good pass. That same play, that backdoor. Nikki McBride to Jill Kenny. And Kenny's second basket of the night.
Jill Kenny's going to be a good player for East Brunswick.
Just a freshman. Bears still playing defense, still playing solid defense. Too long.
Come on, get lower in your stances, get lower.
Underneath to Quaglia. Quaglia loses it. Anderson comes up with it. Kenny comes up with it, driving down the court. Crossover dribble over to Giovanni Oriole. She loses it. Lauren Jacobson with the ball right now. And Chimowitz has the ball, drives to the hoop, puts it up. Thought she was fouled. Quaglia. Offensive foul. Okay, 2:23 left. And we have Kelly Kuntz coming back in the game. Quaglia coming back out. And we have Kenny bringing up the ball. Cannon back in the game. And here's a steal by Collins. And knocked away, no foul, just knocked away. And Collins has been the lone bright spot for the Edison Eagles tonight.
Nice strip by Cannon.
Collins, yes. 14 points for Amanda Collins. Down low. Papania put it up, didn't go down. Back out to McBride. McBride shoots a three, no go. Papania on it. Rolls around, doesn't go. And we have we're tied up here. Let's see whose ball. And it will be the Eagles' ball. Giovanni Oriole back in the game, and Nikki McBride comes out. Haven't played a fine game. Nikki with 5 points. Jill Kinney puts it up.
Good shot.
Round and out. Okay, down court. Collins, who else? Oh, and it rolls off. And we have a foul. And it's on Jill Kinney, and the Eagles will take it out under their board. 1:25 left to go in this game.
Switch, good talk, Marie.
Giovanni Oriole on the foul. Seem to have a problem with the clock right now. 1 minute and 3 seconds left. And Amanda Collins at the line. Amanda Collins has played a whale of a game for the Eagles here. She has 14 out of their 23 points tonight, and she's about at her average, so she's played her game. And she puts that down, 15 points. And another one, 16, and Amanda Collins is just a junior, so she will be back next year. Okay, readjusted the clock. We have 1 minute 15 seconds left. Anderson puts it up strong. Rebounds, goes back up, and she is fouled. And you take a good look at Nairi Anderson. If she looks familiar, she's been the manager of the football team for a number of years, dedicated manager of the football team out there in that cold weather and stuff. And this is her senior year and contributing to the Bears varsity here.
She's gotten much better since she started out. She improved a lot over the couple years.
Short. Oh, Liz Cannon, okay, fighting for that ball. Minute 6 left here in the fourth quarter. The Bears are comfortably ahead, 59-25. Okay, Collins has the ball. Collins drives over to Jacobson. Jacobson dribbling, looking for help. Irie Anderson being a little too aggressive there, called for the foul. Out on the side for the Eagles. 48 seconds left. And a steal by Giovanni. .38 seconds ago. Daniel Lawton with the ball. Stole by Anderson. Out the cannon. Stolen back by Jacobson. Giovanni gets it back. Over to Jill Kinney. Jill's looking. A lot of bodies on the floor. Collins, of course, comes out of the pack. Looks for the open person, misses. Danielle Lawton coming up with the basket.
This little hook shot.
Okay. 2 seconds left. Will she get it off? No go. And so we are at the end of the game, 59-27. The Bears with a very comfortable victory here. And Kara Motosesky, if you're Reggie Carney, you got to be feeling pretty good about this team.
Definitely. The girls played really well today. They played really together, and everybody contributed a lot. They played really well today.
Well, they better buckled things down. They got a Immaculata, I understand, coming in here Tuesday, I believe, on 18th. So that will be a big game for them. But how far do you think this team can go?
I think they could definitely win the counties, and I think they could go real far in the States. They got a very good team with a lot of heart, and that's what you need. So.
Okay, we're going to take your word for that. Again, I want to thank you for assisting us this afternoon. It's a pleasure. I want to wish you all the luck in the world, whatever you do, whether it's Rutgers or whatever you do.
Thanks.
I think you certainly have the ability to contribute and help Rutgers, and we'll keep watching you, okay?
Thank you.
Okay. So for Kara Motosesky and Bo Henning, I'm Phil Hill saying thank you for joining us.